Hey everybody, this is Esqua here. I figured let me do another one of these live streams. And it, I want to go over, I guess, what I kind of did some research, and I have an opinion now on player versus player battle formation and how troops work together when creating a formation. And, so let's just kind of take a look here. Starting off, just want to go over the basics. Hey, if you come on, you see me here, give me a shout, everybody. I hope everybody's doing good today on a Sunday. Beautiful outside, by the way, here in Philadelphia. But basically, the basics here is there's going to be two subcategories of each type of troop. I'm not going to do artillery because most people don't use artillery. But for the cavalry, there's light and there's heavy. And it's important. They each have their own different role here. So I'll talk about it when I go over the battle explanation and review of how battles work. Then we have the infantry. You're going to have the pikemen and the marksmen. All right, and then there's the distance here, and this is the riflemen versus the bomb throwers, grenadiers, whatever. All right, so why do they have these subcategories? It's for a reason, and the reason is it gives you an idea or kind of a clue on how battles take place. Based off of my research, looking into my battles, and my understanding is that going into battle, I'm not sure if the attack and the defense is the same, but the concept is the same. Going into battle, there's two waves. The first wave comprise of your pikemen, heavy cavalry, and your riflemen. And your second wave comprise of your marksmen, your light cavalry, and your bombers. So what I don't know is who goes first, whether the heavy dragoons go in front of the pikemen or vice versa, or whether it depends on who's doing offense or defense. But that's the way it works. So it's not that everybody just all jumps in the melee, everybody's fighting, and it's just blood everywhere. No, it's a little more organized the way the battle actually takes place. So, and I'll show you some. Let me see if anyone's on. Eh. Oh wait, hold on a second. Let me take that. All right, good. Sorry, I was blocky for a second. Um, so how I came up with the way things work. Um, yeah, no problem, Ray. The way I looked at some of my battles, I think a good way to look at formation and kind of like the science of formation is looking at UAC. And with UAC, it kind of, I guess, verified my thoughts around battle. So, two things to know. One, all infantry doesn't die at one time, then cavalry, then distance. And two, there is an order of who dies first. And it's not clear of, you know, why one dies. I'm going to say, wait, let me just stop that. There's an order on who dies first, but it's not a set order. There's things that's a little different. So let me just show you what I'm talking about here. See something that's easy. I'm trying to find a battle where I can easily show what I was talking about in that first tier. All right. In this battle, I lost 45,000 troops. All right, so I was attacking this guy. He lost all of his. I lost some of mine. All right, so remember I talked about that first wave. So if you look at who died first, it's going to be your pikemen. Remember, you got two waves. Your pikemen. Next is going to be your heavy cavalry. Heavy. 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 Next is going to be your riflemen. 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 Now, for some reason, T8 cavalry are some of the last to die. I don't know why that's the case, but they are. But based on my theory, just looking at that, so on this first wave, your pikemen are being killed. Your heavy dragoons. Detected at the front door. Thank you, Alexa. Your heavy cavalry are being killed, and then your marksmen are being killed. But notice what's next. After that first wave is killed, the first person who dies next is your light cavalry T9s. For some reason, the T9 is always the first troop to die in that second wave. You think about it. The marksmen are not going to be running and shooting. They're going to be pretty much stationary. Your bombers are not going to be running and throwing bombs. They're going to be stationary. So the troops that are really going to be going and trying to get to the back of that line is your light cavalry. So it kind of makes sense when you're thinking about it as a battle. But I don't know why your T9 cavalry are always the first to die in that second wave. So that's one example. Another example I want to give. All right, this one I lost 129,000 troops. Is this a good one now? I think this one is better. 1 second, y'all. All right, here's a good one. This kind of goes towards the, okay, you got the theory on the way troops are going into battle. Everyone knows that the more tiers, the better. But here's kind of the theory in practice. So in UAC, I'm going up against this guy here. Right off the bat, we both got, I guess, 70 ships, level 70 ships. But look at his guards. His guards are clearly better than mine, meaning his stats are clearly better than mine. And I think I had a boost on this one. And our troop count are pretty much very similar. You know, I sent a little bit more in this case, but not enough to get to the point where I lose half and I wipe all of his troops out. You know, you wouldn't think that would be the case. But let's kind of take a look at the actual battle. All right, so my troop formation, I used to kind of, it's pretty much the same. I'll do something to look at the actual percentages on what I use, but I just came up with this formation and it works. You know, as you notice, I'm not putting a ton. I'm putting 40,000 out of like 280 troops in my T10s. And I'm putting, 30 something thousand at my T9s and then spacing them down. For my cavalry, light cavalry, I'm putting 30,000 in my T10s, 15 in my T9s, 20 in my T8s. So I'm not going heavy either way. They're kind of spread out pretty good. And for me, I usually lean more towards the distance because they're the further away. They have a good opportunity to make a lot of damage because they'll be the last to be hit in both of those waves. So that's how my formation is. But look at his formation. The one thing you notice is he doesn't have a lot of pikemen to kind of handle that first wave. So basically, he has a spearman, armed spearman, and T10s. So this is 16,000 here, and then another 28,000. All he has is 44,000 total pikemen to handle that first wave of attack. That's not enough. Even if you're super strong, that's not enough to handle that entire first wave. So none of these troops, these gunners, they're not even participating until this first wave of troops are dead. And looking at his cavalry, he didn't have a lot of heavy dragoons either. So before he even started, his first wave kind of didn't do him any justice. And because of that, I was able to get by his first wave with more people and penetrate that second tier or second wave and kind of kill everyone else off. So that's just my understanding of the way troop formation works. And like I said, I looked at it in a lot of different ways, trying to figure out, how things work. That's how my mind works, I like to break it down. And that's the only thing that really was consistent. Here's an attack, pikemen die, cavalry, heavy dragoons, except for T8s, as I mentioned. First to die again, T9s. And then the rifleman died on that first wave. So hopefully this adds a little value to everyone. If anyone has, something that they do or they learn to add to this, certainly feel free to do that. But I just wanted to kind of put something out there. Hopefully, this helps. Let me know. And I do appreciate everyone's support. Please continue to subscribe. Let's get to 1,000, 1,200, 1,500 subscribers. Hopefully the information is valuable to you. So thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining my second live cast. Actually, I think this was a lot better than the first. And I'll talk to you all soon. Thanks.